first boy, and they named him Michael Andrew. Uh, Andrew was after mom's uh, father father's name, and then uh, when when uh, when Michael Andrew uh, grew, then when they were ready to have their child, they named him Michael Charles,
Yeah.
and so we already had four generations at that point,
Yeah.
and and so nobody even, I don't think that anybody ever expected that uh, one day Michael Charles would marry and uh, have have a uh, fifth generation
Yeah, that's great.
of a great 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 grandchild. My first.
Are you gonna meet him, or have you already met him? Her, him, her.
No, you mean the baby?
Yeah.
No, I have not. I have not met the baby,
Okay.
but uh, Michael Charles and his wife Alexis uh, visited me
Mm-hmm.
here last July or August, and at that time, which we did not know, she was already pregnant
Oh,
with
with the
that
fifth generation.
fifth generation, and
Well, that baby deserves a prize.
so
We'll have to make him a plaque. Do you know the name?
Winter Lynn.
Winter Lynn.
Winter Lynn is the baby's name.
So it's a girl.
It's a girl.
Okay.
Yes.
Should have named it Winter, Spring, Summer, and Fall. Give it a hyphenated name. It's a special baby. Can be
Yes.
all the seasons.
Yeah. It
Anyway,
was a special baby.
no, that's good. Granny will be proud when you see her on the other side. Um, so once you moved up here, you guys struggled for a lot of years building this place, right? Like struggled like physically putting roads in, putting houses up,
Oh
getting
yeah.
sawmills set up, trying to figure out every which way that everything needs to go.
Yes, it was a big deal.
So when you got here, what was your main job? Like what did you do?
Well,
Because when you got here, you would have been my age. Oh, like I'm 46, so you would have
yes,
been about
I
46
was
years old.
46. When I got here, George Harris was taking care of the finances, and
Well, he was young.
all he had was he had like a stenographer's notebook,
Yeah,
and he had cash in and cash out,
that's the easiest way to do it.
and of course I understood
Yeah.
what the finances were,
Hmm.
and I felt the Lord speak to me to take over the finances uh, of this community,
Yeah.
and ever since it has been in my hands.
So that was kind of day one.
Yes,
And how did you get the? You got the nicest house on the farm, with the for view as far as view goes, right? Like you got a direct view of the mountains, right?
Well, uh, Muriel and Don McLean, uh,
Don McLean,
Doug McLean's mom and dad. Uh, Muriel
like Bye Bye Miss American Pie, Don
was
McLean.
part of our community,
Okay,
and
he'll not get the reference.
my wife and I and Muriel had a very good uh, uh, relationship,
Yeah.
and so
Let me ask you a question. Like when you were setting up when you were setting up the places where you would put the houses, did you get to pick a spot and say I want my house here? Like was that how it worked, or because there probably wasn't much. Like there wasn't a blueprint that you guys had. I'm sure of
No.
that, right? So then you just had to kind of say, let's
Well-
put Russ's house over here.
no, Sam Fife
Oh, he came up.
told us how we should set the cabins because of the creek that flowed through, and that we would be able to get water from the creek,
Mm-hmm.
and at least during the summertime.
Yeah.
And so when Muriel wanted her husband to move here on the farm, she bought the logs for this cabin.
Well,
And-
where did you buy them from?
Well, from Delta.
From Mill and Delta.
Yeah, there was a mill in Delta, and so she bought the logs and had this cabin built. I didn't have anything to do with that, and then when she had the cabin built, she asked my wife and I if we would come and live with Don and her
Here.
here.
So,
And so they lived downstairs
I see.
and we lived upstairs.
I gotcha.
And so we lived that way until Don and Muriel moved
To Delta.
no, they moved to North Carolina,
Oh.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And so the farm office was, this downstairs was converted into the farm office,
Mm-hmm.
but we still lived upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember this.
And
The
we
office was kind of right here.
We lived upstairs until Mom had her stroke
Mm-hmm.
on the 1st of October, 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And then while she was in Fairbanks and they were taking care of her, Garth and the family converted our downstairs
Yeah.
to our living quarters, and he put the office upstairs.
Yeah.
And that's where it is today.
That's where it is today.
Yeah.
Well, that's the story.
Yeah.
That's quite an impressive story
Yes.
to pack 94 years into. I think it's probably going to be like an hour and 15 minutes. Are you tired now?
Yeah. I have to really go to the bathroom.
All right.
And so
Thanks, Grandpa.